And we're looking at the next bout, a national light welterweight challenge contest. Another 6 rounds of boxing to come, where Vincent Dada Essien will be taking on Segun Showboy Olalehin. Wait for that one. But in the meantime, great way to start GOtv Fight Night 15.
Absolutely, and you know the most interesting thing, the fact that we've got His Royal Majesty, the Imperial Majesty himself, Oba Lamidi Adeyemi, in the sports hall here. He himself, a boxer, I'm sure he must be excited. I'm pretty sure he'll be thumping his fist every now and then when he sees them.
All right, now, while we're talking about His Imperial Majesty, let's talk about the tail of the tape for the next bout, a national light welterweight 6 rounds of boxing. Vincent Essien, he's 27, and of course his height is 174.44 in centimeters, and he's reached 33 centimeters of reach, and he tipped the scale at 63.5 this weight category, of course. And then Segun Olalehin.
Talking about Segun Olalehin, he's 2 years younger, 25, and also slightly shorter than Vincent Essien. It's 173 in centimeters, and of course for reach, 33. They have equal reach, and we'll see how that goes. But for weight, Olalehin trumps him on that one, 65.5. Maybe that would just come to count for him.
Yeah, exactly. It was a great weigh-in yesterday, and both boxers actually weighed in 65.5 at the weigh-in yesterday, and so another great time is expected in the second bout of the night, a national light welterweight challenge contest. Like we told you, we've got 7 bouts lined up like vehicles at the gas station, and so 1 bout gone down, the next one about to come. Vincent Dada Essien against Segun Showboy to come, and Nero, it was a great way to start.
Absolutely, absolutely explosive. More to come.
More to come. Let's get into the ring, and of course get the ring announcer to call in the 2 boxers for the second bout of the night. GOtv Boxing Night 15, and Super Sport fight fans around Africa, get ready for the second bout.
Ladies and gentlemen, our second bout is a 6-round national light welterweight challenge contest. In the blue corner, Vincent Dada Essien.
Vincent, you have him there, looks like a showboy, and you can see him dancing to the popular tune in Nigeria. And of course, he's 27, we told you about it earlier, 174.44 in centimeters in height, 33 centimeters reach, and of course 63.5 kg. It's up for this one. It's a light welterweight challenge, and it's a 6-round contest.
But you remember the young man that took up the fight barely days to GOtv Boxing Night here in Ibadan, where he fought Fijabi. That's the young man. Then he was known as Vincent Johnson. But this is the man.
Yeah, this is the man.
Essien. His second fight.
In the red corner, Segun Showboy Olalehin.
Olalehin coming into the ring as well, looking exciting as well. And both of them have opted to go for street songs as their anthem, and you can see him doing the shaku shaku as well. 25 years, 2 years younger than his opponent in the blue corner, and 173. The same reach, they've got 33 centimeters, but he is slightly heavier in weight compared to his opponent, Vincent Essien.
corner, weighed in at 63.5 kg, Vincent Dada Essien. He's had one fight, won none, lost one. In the red corner, he weighed in at 65.5 kilograms. This is his first professional fight. Segun, Showboy, Olalehin. Our judges are Modupe Jacobs, Smoking Joe Lasisi, and Modupe Olotu. Our referee is Wahab Martins.
I'm the third man in your midst for this bout. You know the rules. I want a very clean fight. No rabbit point. No use of the elbow. And at the beginning of the first bout, you shake hands. And at the beginning of the last one, you do the same. You have a great fight.
So we're on for the second bout of the night. Where, of course, let's take a look at the tail of the tape for a moment. And Vincent Essien is aged 27. His height is 174.44 centimeters. 33 centimeters of reach. Weight 65.5 it should be. And of course, his opponent Olalehin is 25, 173.00 in height, and also weighed 65.5. And of course, we're about to get the second bout of the night on the way here. And GOtv Fight Night 15, round one.
Let's see how the debutant performs today. Talking about Olalehin, the showboy. Is it going to be a bout of showmanship coming from him or not? Or is it going to be a real baptism of fire? I will find out whether Vincent can dish that out to him.
Honestly, Nero, last time out in Ibadan, Vincent took the fight barely 2 days to the bout against Fijabi, when Fijabi's opponent couldn't make it. And he gave a good account of himself in the first couple of rounds until he was caught by Fijabi with some solid punches and he was taken out. So it's certain, I thought he's a young man with prospects. Let's see if that perspective will be prospective tonight.
Yeah, he started on that note already, troubling Showboy himself. But Showboy seems to be a bit more calculated and doing his movement.
That's a good left.
And it's working.
Got a good left in there. I expect him to do a good job in this one because Fijabi was just too much for him on his debut. And so he's got a debutant fighting here. So you expect Vincent Dada Essien to do better than he did against Fijabi Fijabon. That's a good one. A jab from him. Oh, that's a slip.
Definitely a slip there. He lost his balance while trying to go for that shot. But you know what these things can do to a boxer? If you slip inadvertently, if your opponent is a good man, he is a very good fighter, he knows that he can capitalize on that psychological advantage.
Also, Olalehin just taking it easy in this first round. But I must tell you, Nero, that Vincent has got a deadly left hook. And if he lands that one, we might see another early night for his opponent, Olalehin.
He needs to be careful, but I've not seen a whole lot of good footwork coming from these boxers there. And that's the left hook you talked about.
Hook coming in there. Oh, that's a good one too from Olalehin. Wrestling time. For the second time, Vincent is going down. This time he was wrestled down. The first one was a slip, but he should be careful.
Yeah, you can see the referee there, very, very mature about it, telling both of them, take things easy. You don't have to turn this into a UFC or a wrestling bout. Very calculating, Vincent there. Stalking his opponent there.
Wide swings from Vincent. something going for Olalehin. He has a way of getting a quick left jab in.
And you know what?
Do a follow-up.
You know what he's doing as well. He's got slightly a better. They've got the same reach, but he's got a better. He's heavier. It doesn't look it though, but he seems to be using his that distance between the two of them very well. Like you said, sneaking one or two combinations and then get out of the area as well.
Dignitaries of GOtv at the ringside here. Take a look at some moments in the fight. As a right and not able to land, but he landed the one earlier and it was slip. Baby face of Vincent, Essien, known as Dada. That's His Royal Majesty there, enjoying it from the ringside.
I'm pretty sure he'll probably be willing to actually offer some professional advice to some of these boxers here.
Vincent coming in here quicker out of the block in this third round. Or second round, I beg your pardon.
Vincent probably thinking that hit the deck twice, whether or not he was knocked down. It didn't look good for him in the round. He needs to make a statement in the second, and obviously the reason why he's come out like a flash. But he's slowed down once again and given the initiative to that man who swung widely. You can see a lot of debutant traits in him.
The referee asking Olalehin why he should throw a punch after he called for a break. Should obey my order all the time, he tells Olalehin. Segun Showboy Olalehin. Not seen enough show from him
at all. I'm expecting a whole lot of stagemanship and ringmanship from him. He's not coming out there. It does look, whoa, that was a massive right hook there, but he didn't connect, coming from Vincent, who's got him in the corner.
Vincent almost in trouble as he tried to regain his footing.
All the fans here on the edge of the seat there.
The two boxers got fans turning their head to look at the next one. That's a good one from Olalehin. Some holding and hugging.
Does look like Olalehin has been caught in the face, maybe from when two of them probably clinched together. There's a little bit of a bump right underneath the right eye of Olalehin, and a few more punches to that bump could lead to probably something bad for him.
Some of the accidents that happen in boxing, sometimes you come into the ring, you're expected to come in, fight your fight and get out. You're not expecting any kind of injury, but you get it caught. That's a vintage camera there from one of the phones around from the fans, you know, catching moments that are rather holding.
Last one.
Two boxers.
Last one.
Lots of inexperience going.
Yeah, definitely, and the referee's not going to have any of it at all. I'm surprised that he's not even deducted points from Olalehin yet, because Olalehin has been a culprit when it comes to not following instructions in the ring so far. Good combination coming from him there. Does his quick sneaking of combinations, but he's not landing it properly because he's always doing it so much in a hurry.
I do not enjoy boxing when I see lots of holding and hugging and all that. But that time he saw Olalehin put his legs around his opponent. That's not allowed.
Yeah, definitely not allowed. You can see them from the playback. I think both boxers are actually guilty of it. You see Vincent going a bit, dipping a bit too low as well, trying to dodge boxes, punches coming through. And at the end of the day, you get to, it becomes rough. It becomes very, very nasty, and you could get caught, like we said earlier, maybe with a headbutt or something, and then you get a cut in the face.
Olalehin's corner. That's actually Vincent Essien, not Olalehin. This is Vincent Essien's corner. And of course, Vincent Essien jumps out of his corner to get set for this one. Not seen the best of boxing from the two.
Absolutely. That's a good right hook there coming from Vincent. We've seen so much of energy, but we can't see anything from it. And Vincent looks like he wants to finish it.
Vincent chasing his man from pillar to post.
Break, I said.
And the referee has had to talk to these guys several times. He's telling them, this is not boxing, you need to box. Stop grabbing and holding each other every time you see the opportunity for that.
You know, I'm really sure that Olalehin wasn't expecting the chase from his
Vincent.
The hand around the neck, it's not professional in boxing. It's not legal, I should say. This bout is scheduled for 6. National Light Welterweight Challenge Contest. Good left from Essien. And Olalehin jumps to grab his hand.
Stop. Break.
But really, if the referee doesn't call for a break, you have a chance to actually hit whoever it is you want to hit. So it's a case of protect yourself at all times. That is what they say in boxing. So if you leave yourself open, maybe during a clinch or something, look at that. Somebody, both of them grabbing at each other. How many times have we seen that in this fight?
Olalehin most guilty of some of the poor tactics and, of course, illegal actions of the fight so far. Good left jab from Essien.
He got caught as well along the line. And tiredness, it's too early, for, if you ask me. This is the third round, and both boxers are already leaning on each other in a clinch.
You know, sometimes the most active boxers that you find in the light welterweight category, but these ones are looking tired so early, and only the third round of Schedule 6.
My grouse with them is that there's been too much of a body movement without having any result from them.
Break.
Must be a frustrating night for the man at the center there.
Good left, good right hook coming from Essien. Took one to his face the other time, talking about Essien, but good counter punching from him too. And another round of holding as the referee jumps in to break end of the round.
Are we going to say it's a case of inexperience? But I don't want to say that, because these guys must have been fighting in the amateur ranks before, so they know that it's pretty much all the same.
I think, you know, it's a style of boxing which is not quite effective. You want to chase your opponent want to come at you, and then you hit the opponent, and the opponent doesn't want to get hit again, and it holds. Very poor tactics are being applied by these two boxers here tonight. Still 3 rounds to go.
And speaking about Ibadan, to be honest, it has always been a city of boxers. They have produced boxers in the past, and they are sports-loving people. And little wonder the indoor sports hall of the Obafemi Awolowo Stadium is full to the brim, full to capacity, right here on GOtv Boxing Night, Season 15.
So some of the high points of that third round. We're into the fourth round now, and this is just not the best of boxing we're witnessing here.
We're just into the first minute of the fourth round, and we're already seeing clinching from both boxers once again.
In this kind of action, you just pray you don't have a dangerous head collision. It will be really dangerous for the two boxers. But that was Olalehin going for the uppercut, and you can just see Vincent holding his mouth, grabbing his neck, putting his under his armpit. Just the worst of illegal
moves
of boxing.
And we have actually seen more holding than connecting punches in this fight so far.
Break.
Just last night in the world of heavyweight boxing, of course, Dillian White, not many people gave him the chance of out-punching Joseph Parker, and it was a great one there at the O2 Arena in London, and Dillian White gained a unanimous decision, a victory over Joseph Parker. Parker talked too much going into that fight.
Yeah, it was a war, a serious war in the ring, and Parker knocked down twice before eventually being beaten on unanimous points decision.
He also achieved the 12th round knockdown of his opponent, Dillian White. But back here at the Indoor Sports Hall of the Obafemi Awolowo Stadium, some slugfest, not the best, not that kind of slugfest I'm talking about. This one is just not it.
They need to step away from each other and literally box here, but that's not what we're getting. You can see the look on that young man's face.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised, Nero, if the referee stops this fight for a no contest.
Well, I don't think it's as bad as that yet. Yeah, but he hasn't gone to that level.
For me, I would have stopped this for a no contest.
Yeah, because we have, in fact, the judges have not even been put to any test at all in trying to score points.
Both boxers are now definitely not fit to continue, but they will continue. That's from me.
Olalehin looks to try and combine some punches there, but once again, you see that shoving of boxers all over the place, and you can see Vincent there holding onto him, and then Olalehin himself coming back to hold him as well, and the referee really has I think the star of this fight so far has been the referee.
I would agree more with you. The referee, the frustration for real. That round, really funny that it won't be easy to give that round to anybody, but I would have still given it to Vincent. Somehow
it's been difficult, honestly. We can't really say where the fight is going so far. Like you said, it's a slugfest, not a boxing match we're watching. Hopefully from this fifth round they will probably make it different for us.
But I look at your face and I'm really disappointed at what these two boxers are putting out, because your face tells all the story of a very poor fight between Vincent Dada Essien and Segun Showboy Olalehin. Vincent not quite showing his experience from his first professional fight against one of the best around, Fijabon, and I thought he gave some good fights, good fight in that first 2 rounds of that bout against Fijabi, but here today is being taken around by the debutant Segun Showboy Olalehin. I think he should change his name from Showboy to something else.
And that's a good one there, connects here from Vincent. But I also blame Vincent to a certain extent, just like you said. You cannot fight a spectacular and a fine boxer like Fijabi and not learn 1 or 2 things from him. I would have expected him to take his time, pick out his opponent and take him out, rather than trying to rush into this fight. All he's been doing so far is trying to rush into the fight and trying to get punches connected by rushing in. You don't do that against somebody. When he starts picking his punches, he won't land them correctly, because the man Olalehin will not be expecting him to do that.
I agree with you. I've seen lots of mistakes from Olalehin, who landed one now. And now Vincent trying to catch the man napping, but Olalehin runs away from Vincent. You know, if he could apply what he's been doing with his legs, you know, with his fists, it would be a better boxer, I should say.
Now he seems to be doing the right thing he should do. Talking about Olalehin, dance around the ring. He seems to be, though, you see, he's connecting the punches, but he also needs to be very careful not to rush into it as well.
If he was very calculative, he would have got something better from the mistakes of Vincent that time. It's a no contest. I told you.
This is unbelievable.
The referee has stopped the fight. I told you I wouldn't be surprised if the referee stops the fight for a no contest. And definitely the referee has stopped the fight. No contest.
Referee says he's had enough.
I would have stopped it long ago, Nero.
So referee says he's had enough, and Olalehin seems to be surprised about this. But the referee insists and maintains his stand. A no contest. Ralph, you talked about it 2 rounds ago. You said, as far as you are concerned, you would have stopped the fight, and it didn't look like the referee was listening to you.
Get to the surprise on the face of this man at the ringside. That is surprise. Everybody waiting what kind of decision will be given out. It's a no contest.
A lot of us had expected a lot of showmanship coming from Showboy, Segun Olalehin, but interestingly, it didn't come to that. Vincent, who also fought one of the fantastic boxers earlier, would have expected to bring in that to play, but he didn't do that as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, 1st minute, 8th second of the 5th round, the referee declared the fight a no contest.